Hey, so I'm here to do a full moon in Scorpio reading. These readings have been rough. It's a rough energy. It's all about transformation though. It's like looking into the parts of ourselves that we generally hide, seeing the parts of other people that they usually hide, feeling kind of exposed. But also having people be exposed to us. So it can be tough, but it seems like everybody's end results are really great. So as always, these readings are general. They're for the collective. So if anything here doesn't resonate for you, just leave it for someone who needs to hear it. Remember that there is no gender in tarot. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you need to book a private personal reading, all that information's in the description below, as well as the pin section of the comments. And I've also linked a friend's channel there. It's new, so make sure to check that out. Give it some love. They have the energy for Capricorn, the full moon. So we have time, embracing the dewdrops of life before they disappear with the morning sun. And then again, we're dealing with time. Under the full moon, a time to give rather than take. The challenge is don't let pride get in your way. Just full moon energy. We have show the world the real you as the advice, which is also full moon energy. And then we have a new romantic cycle begins. Maybe for some of you this is romantic, but really I just feel it's a new cycle. And it's just sort of divine timing. Time is definitely at play here. So for time, we have the Eight of Cups. Might be looking at situations where we've kind of wasted our time and just gave it to takers. And having this absolute acceptance that it is time to just walk away from things that don't serve you, that are not reciprocal in nature. Okay, clarifying a time to get rather than take, we have the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. I feel like you don't really all of the opportunities that are available to you for you to become actually fulfilled. It's just not really being sure. You know, the Two of Swords is like a crossroads. It's like not really being sure how to get to the end goal, just knowing what the goal is. And part of that is emotional fulfillment. And I feel like you want, you know, your passions back in life. You want to, I feel like, love life again, maybe. Because it does say, you know, embracing the dewdrops of life before they disappear. And I feel like you feel like you're running out of time and that it's time to go in a different direction. Like it's time to give to yourself instead of wasting time on other people, kind of, you know. The Empress keeps popping out in the challenge position for people. So the challenge is don't let pride get in your way. We have the Empress. The Four of Swords. The Magician. And the Page of Pentacles. Like where it says, you know, time to give rather than take. It's time to give to yourself. You need to take a break and really sit down and think about what it is that you really want here so that you can manifest from that place. Because the challenge is taking the time really to transform, you know, to allow yourself that transformation. But it's more about transforming into a more abundant mind state. I feel like you just allow people to waste your time, or you kind of like deal with people that don't really reflect your value. The challenge here is to see your value yourself so that you know kind of which direction to go in. But I feel like you're trying to manifest something very specific here, and in order to align yourself to that, you kind of can't let your ego stop you from doing that. I feel like you're just sitting around unsure of what to do. That's not a good place to manifest from. You need to get very specific about what it is that you want, and pay attention to yourself and what you're trying to do here instead of anybody else. You know, the Empress is great energy, but it requires a lot of work, stress, and pain, right? Like she's pregnant and going to give birth. So it's not going to be an easy thing. It's like, it's very challenging, but it is transformative. But at the same time, it's sort of like there's some self-doubt here. And I feel like allowing other people to completely drain your energy, I would go as far as to say. It's like you can't do that anymore. You need to stop, take a break, give to yourself, and figure out what it is that you really, really want here, because this full moon is like a manifesting energy from you. So you need to be in a quiet place where you're involved in some self-care and thinking about what it is that you want and desire in life right now, because it's manifest. I feel like where it's saying don't let pride get in your way, and then here we have show the world the real you, that to me comes off as like an insecurity. It's like kind of being afraid to be vulnerable. But I don't think that's going to serve you. I think being vulnerable will. We have the Hermit. Yeah. The Eight of Swords. The Fool. The Six of Wands. Yeah, you gotta look into some type of like blockage here, and it really is in your thinking process. It's like, it's going to require like introspection to see the blockage here so that you can move forward. I mean, like, there's just literally like a mental thing that is the blockage that's associated with your pride. And to me, it's like you're just a little insecure and you need to drop that. You're afraid to show people who you really are, just like be your authentic self with people. And that needs to end because the real you is really wise and fun. You know, it's like you gotta have like some fun in life, you know, and you have to also make sure that you are taking time to give to yourself. But mostly whatever you're trying to manifest here, like it's here, but it's like you need to be open and vulnerable, especially with yourself, to figure out what it is that you want so that you actually can manifest it. Because for some reason, manifestation right now is like a huge deal for you on this. There's like a new thing coming in, and you need to be very specific and vulnerable. So it's going to be emotional. Because in order for something new to begin, we have to walk away from something else that we've already invested time into. So it's going to be some tough energy here, but you just end up the Empress. And to me, that's worth it. So definitely sit down and take time to really look into like what it is that you're afraid of. You know, what's holding you back? What are the blockages here? And how can you, be more realistic with yourself to know what direction to go in? Because I feel like, part of whatever this is, there's like a void that you need to fill, you know? Okay, that's what I have for you guys, and I will see you soon.